Good evening, everyone. This is Rebecca with Red True Crime. Seems like anymore you guys are catching me driving the car. I apologize for that. It's just been one of those days. So I wanted to come on here and let you know that there's been a third suspect arrested and charged in the death of TK Burton. This will be a guy by the name of Caleb Teal. T-E-A-L. Caleb Teal. He's 26 years old, and he is from Greensboro, North Carolina. Looked him up in the e-portal for NC Courts, and his only real background that I could find on all the courts that are actually using the software is, this charge, which is he's been charged as an accessory after the fact. So, not that he's done anything, but because he was present, he's being charged. So that's what they've charged him with. But outside of that, just traffic crap. That's it, just traffic stuff. So who on earth knows how this poor guy got involved in this huge mess? But he's being held on $500,000 bond. And if he is able to bond out, he's under house arrest with an ankle monitor. So those are his provisions. Jacob Hill was denied bond, so he is still in jail. From what I can see, Caleb has not posted bond yet. And Bo Benjamin Martin, who was the first one to be arrested in this case for failure to report, he was bonded out immediately. So, like I said, of the three, I guess he's the least likely to run. But, yeah, like I said, this is crazy. There's a third person I didn't know even existed in this mess. But yeah, Caleb Teal. T-E-A-L. Look him up. I'm wondering how many more people are going to be involved. How big. It almost sounds like it's a conspiracy to a degree, because we know based on the court documents, the way the wording of it makes it sound like that Jacob Hill had planned this. This was not a crime of passion or, whoops, we did something dumb. It's nothing like that. I mean, it was premeditated. You only get charged with first degree murder when it's premeditated. But, Caleb, did not know you were in the equation, my dude, because nobody is talking about you. Which means you have really kept yourself on the DL. And based on the arresting documents, it sounds like Caleb and Jacob were hiding out together, because they were at the same addresses. So there's that. But yeah, I'm really curious to find out what else is revealed here in the next few days regarding this case, because we still don't know how TK actually died. We just now know it's being considered, it's a homicide. So, how did it happen? And the media has not, the police, the media have not released that. The family has not released that, nor do I expect them to. We just know that, for a homicide, it probably wasn't pleasant. But, like I said, that is something, the family, I feel for them. I know the wife has been out on Facebook saying her piece, and I can't say I blame her on that. Being someone who's been through, not a homicide, but, losing their husband unexpectedly, that is something that I understand her emotions on this. Her husband was taken away from her by someone else. My husband was taken away from me by his own means. And, how the media handled my husband's situation, I mean, the second they found out I was notified, they put it out there. His name, his age, photos of the car, because my daughter's friends were calling her like, oh my God, we saw your car on the news. Everything okay? That whole thing. I mean, these are things that happen to us. And for that poor woman to find out that her husband is dead and had been found via Facebook is unbelievable, I mean, unfathomable. I mean, it's just incredible. That's how you find out. I mean, I hearken it to, I mean, this happened before I was born, but the Who concert in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is where I'm from, this is why you don't have festival seating anymore. And for those of you who don't know what festival seating is, it's basically like you have a ticket to an event, but you don't have an assigned seat. So they open the door and you just run in and grab whatever seat you can find. That's festival seating. Well, my mother's cousin, her son, was at that Who concert. And why this concert is so infamous is that they had opened the doors to let people in, and because there were so many people and they couldn't get the doors open fast enough, people were trampled and people were killed. And unfortunately, my mother's cousin's child was one of them. And how she even found out that he was dead, the news station was there when the whole tragedy happened, and they panned the camera over the pile of bodies from the trampling, and she saw his foot sticking up because she recognized the shoe. That is how she found out. So, yeah. Randolph County, Forsyth County needs to do a better job about notifying families. Guilford County Police needs to not turn things over to the media like they did, because in my case, I was mad. I went down there to get a copy of the accident report, and I said something to the receptionist like, yeah, how did his information end up on the news? They said, well, we have to tell them something once the family's notified. I'm like, no, you don't. They could have just kept it traffic casualty, man, and basic scenario. They literally put everything out there. And I had not even had a chance to tell my husband's friends and family what had happened. Like, we literally had just gotten back from the hospital and identifying his body and that whole thing. So, there's that. But yeah, GPD, HPD, High Point PD, and Winston PD. All the PDs. You guys are really missing the mark and should be ashamed of yourselves, because the news doesn't need to know everything. And that family deserved better. They really did. They deserved a hell of a lot better to be notified. Somebody should have come to their home and should have talked to them. I got told over the phone my husband was dead by the hospital. Police didn't even notify me. I got called by the hospital. So, oh God. So, Jacqueline, I'm sorry. Again, all I keep saying is I am so sorry for the mess you have going through with this, and the rest of TK's family. I am so very sorry. But there's a third person that's involved. There's a third person who's been arrested. His name is Caleb Teal, and he is now sitting in Randolph County Jail on a $500,000 bond. So that is all I have to say. But if any of you want to see, those of you that are now sitting here watching me go do this live, you want to see any of my previous videos on TK or on Marissa or any other cases I've covered, go to my YouTube channel, Red True Crime, and you can see the other information I've put out there. And yeah, that's all I got tonight, guys. I know I said that this is like the third video I've done today, but that's all I have for now. And so this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. I am signing off. Be weird, be rude, be safe. Bye.